What's going on, YouTube? I'm back for another video, and today I have a good one. Okay, so I've been recently watching this book. I haven't been watching the book. I've been reading this book, and the book that I've been reading is 1984. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, but a lot of people are forced to read this book in high school, which unfortunately makes the book probably not as fun of an experience as it can be, because I think when you're forced to read books in school, it's not as enjoyable as being able to read them when you're like in your free time and at your own will and at your own pace and not having to answer questions about them. Okay, but that's not the point. I must say, guys, this book is like an 8 out of 10 read, 9 out of 10 read. And I think so because of like the message of the film. So I'm currently around like Penn State right now, the college campus, and they have just installed a couple of things called float cameras all over the place, right? And why is this so important? Like, why am I saying this? Why is this relevant to me reading 1984? Well, I think it's very relevant to 1984 because if you guys, by the way, here's a spoiler warning. You can click off this video now if you don't want to talk about it. I mean, if you don't want to hear it. But 1984, the long story short, the government controls information. Like, you cannot even think with your own mind. If they can somehow, if they figure out that you're thinking thoughts in your mind that go against them, you can like be punished. And it could result in your own death, right? And the way that they're able to do this is because the government's able to literally conduct mass surveillance. They're able to watch you when you're home, when you're asleep, when you're like they're basically like they have the ability in this story to watch you wherever you are, which is creepy, right? But being able to watch your civilians wherever they are, like everything that they're saying, everything that they're doing, what does that allow for them to do? Well, like I said, it allows people to punish those who, go against them. Well, there's these cameras, these things called float cameras that are being installed, and in a weird way, what do? They allow for mass surveillance, right? They allow the government to track data, things that like in the future, like if you think about it right now, it's not at the point where it's like 1984, right? We're not at a point in society where we're similar to 1984, but we're headed to that point, right? Where if the government, like truthfully, I want you to think about this, okay? Think about this for yourself. If the government had the ability to act like the government in 1984, basically control all the information that you have in your mind, make it so you can't go against them, do you think that they would like not do that? Do you think that they would not, if they had the ability to control you, that they wouldn't? Truthfully, like the government doesn't have that ability now, right? But if you think about our current government, if they could control all of us civilians and make us only think what they want us to think and do what they want us to do, wouldn't they do it? I don't see, and if you can disagree with me in the comment section, truthfully, I want you to give me your opinion, because I love filling my head with a whole bunch of new thoughts, right? But I genuinely believe that the government would. I think it would. Someone prove to me that they wouldn't. Like, give me the opposite opinion or perspective and tell me why. Don't just say they wouldn't. Tell me why they wouldn't, right? But yeah, 1984, guys, like if you haven't read this book, if you were forced to read in high school, I'm sorry, but it's a good read. It's a good read. Now I'm on to my next book, guys. Let me show you this next book. It's Shoe Dog. It's like literally different genre. I'm gonna become an entrepreneur with this book. I'm gonna learn how the Nike guy, how we created Nike and everything. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that like as a society, I think that we are headed to the society of 1984. And I mean, like if that was a thought that the author was able to create in just a book like multiple years ago, that idea is already out there, is what I'm trying to say, right? So like the government, like people who are entering new government positions, like as society and technological advances continue to improve, this idea already exists, right? It's not like this idea is a foreign concept and not a lot of people are thinking about this. They force kids to read this in high school. So if I'm not trying to, hope we don't head down that type of future, right? But like look at countries like North Korea. Anyway, and China. Anyway, though, I'm not trying to be a political here or anything like that. I just have to say, like, just here today, to get on the camera, yap about 1984 and where we're headed as a society. And yeah, all right, those are my thoughts for today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to put a like, sub, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.